Hey guys, it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon or so. It's still really windy out, wavy across the lake. Come on. So I just got done making some lunch out of just ramen noodles and some other bullshit, dried food that I had in my pack, whatever. Sitting by my fireplace here. Just trying to stay warm. I think it's going to be about it for my day. I'm not even going to try to go hunt today. The demand for firewood right now is pretty great because of the wind. This thing burns good. I mean, it's pretty efficient, you know. But the wind is dead off the lake right on my camp here, which is nice sometimes, bad others. So, I learned a lot from this weekend so far. And this is only Thursday, a couple more days left. But you know, you can have all the tools and all the skills in the world, but weather is a son of a bitch, man. You know, you can have all the cool gadgets and tools and knives and fucking guns, all the fishing poles and all that shit, which is great because I'm that guy. I have all that shit. However, weather will really jack your shit up, man. You know, a lot of time I'm here by myself this time, and it's a lot, man. Keeping camp going is a lot. You know, you got to keep firewood going. You got to keep your shit tightened up when the wind and the rain, and you know, you got to wash your dishes. You got to take care of yourself. It's snowing right now. What a weird fucking thing that is. I mean, it was sunny and warm when I was fishing Monday, and it's snowing today. Anyway, you know, usually I have a partner with me. I got my buddy Mike. Him and I built this camp together a long time ago. But it's easy to rely on somebody else because, truthfully, Mikey's a shitty fisherman. But I always usually come through. But between the two of us, we usually come through with some fish, you know. But there's always somebody there. You know, if we're squirrel hunting, there's always somebody there to get firewood. Because I had the same fire that I would if it was him. That's a lot of work, man. So I learned a lot. The weather, I mean, this is not my first time out in the weather, but this has been a tough one, man. Not so much that it's cold right now. The wind was a huge factor whether or not I started this fire today, because it was a lot worse earlier. I mean, it was howling. And, you know, that's just more work for myself when I could have just stayed hunkered in. You know, I'm warm and dry. This is what you're supposed to be. But I made the decision to get up and get this going, and the weather kind of changed a little bit. It's still very windy. But, you know, I didn't fuck around this time either. Like, there's certain steps that you take to start a fire, and if you skip any of them, you know, you're going to pay for it. You're just shooting yourself in the foot by not taking your time. I was freezing when I got out of my sleeping bag today. My hands were numb. It was blowing, snowing. Yeah, my hands were numb, and it's so hard to work with numb hands. But you're breaking these little dry sticks, and every time one snaps, it's like breaking a pencil in your hand. You know, it makes your fingers sting, and it sucks. But I wasn't fucking around this time. I mean, I got my shit together. I got my bird's nest built, got my tinder, I got my kiln, got all that shit together. I got my wood split. And I was lucky enough to find a pine tree. It had some pine pitch dripping out of it. So I scraped it off. And I found a couple pine cones too. Those will burn. I mean, they got a lot of sap in them, but I happened to find this tree. It had some pine pitch leaking out of the bottom, and I scraped it off and I threw it in that nest, and it took one match. I got some pretty badass matches. They're made by a company called UCO. They are 10-second matches. They burn no matter what. They're absolutely lifesavers. I'll go through that another time. But I didn't fuck around because I was freezing, and you know, I'm sitting in front of a warm fire, in front of a fireplace I built. I don't have any meat in my belly today, but I've got hot tea in an insulated jug here, so I've got limitless supply of hot tea, which is huge. Although you gotta be careful because it will dehydrate you. But I got a belly full of ramen noodles and some cheese sauce and some other shit that I threw together. See the snowflake fly by? So anyway, that was the story of this one. All's good. I'm warm, mostly. But weather was a bitch this time, you know. I mean, between I just had a flat hard day of no fishing the first day. There was just no fucking fish biting, man. It was flat, the air was heavy, water was flat. It's weird. I caught 2, which is not really enough, but it got me by. No, I didn't catch shit the first night. That's right, I didn't catch one fucking fish first night. And then I caught 2, and then skipped a day. No, 4, skipping a day today, so whatever. But I'm not starving, so. But yeah, just because you have all the baddest gear and you think you're, you know, pretty smart in the woods, the weather will definitely change shit on you.